Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 10 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter trigonometry, and the lessons we're going to cover today are solve a right angle triangle, law of sine and law of cosine. Here I am on grade 10 math. The chapter we're working on is trigonometry. Let's start with the lesson, that is solve a right triangle. This one already did in the last session. Yes, we did this lesson. Let's just start with the law of sine. Okay, why we use law of sine and law of cosine, right? When you are not given with the right angle triangles, right? That triangle is not a right angle triangle. You need to solve the triangle. How do you solve the triangle? That depends on what values you are given, right? You can use the law of sine and law of cosine, right? When you use law of sine and when you use law of cosine, this one I will explain when we finished with law of sine and cosine, right? First, let's just see what is law of cosine. That is A over sine A, B over sine B, and C over sine C, right? The small ABC are the sides of the triangle and the larger ones are the angle. Okay, when you use, if you are given two of the sides and one of the angle, right? When you are given two sides and one angle, or you are given two angles and one side, you can use law of sine, right? Let's just look at the first example. That is, you are given a triangle. You have to calculate the value of v. You can see you get given. In this case, you are given two of the angles and one of the side, right? So you are given angle uv, angle u, and side u. This is side u, right? So you can use v over sine v divided by u over sine u. You are given side u and angle u. So this is side u, this is angle u, right? So use v over sine v. You need to calculate the side v. You are given angle v. So v over sine v divided by u over sine u. So then v equals 7 times sine 61 divided by sine 26. Just do the calculations. The v equals 14. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, you are given two of the angles and one of the side, right? Angle q given, and you have to find side q. Angle p given and side p given, right? So you can use p over sine p and that equals q over sine q, because you need to calculate the value of q. Just put the values. P is 5 and sine angle P is 13. Q you have to calculate, and sine of angle Q is 143. So then Q equals 5 times sine 43 divided by sine 13. Just two calculations, right? Sine of 43, 0.6819 times 5, that is 3.4095. That is 3.4095. Now let's just calculate sine 13, that is 0.2249. Just divide, right? 3.4095 divided by 0.2295, that equals 14.5, right? The correct option is 14.5. Got it? The correct option is 14.5, right? 13.4. But why? Okay, you can do the proper calculations using your proper calculator, right? Because I'm using the calculator from my phone. Maybe there is something wrong with the values, right? So the correct option is 13.4. Let's just move on to the next one. Okay, you are given, you need to calculate the side T, right? You are given V, angle V and side V, and sorry, you need to find T, and also you are given the angle T. So just use V divided by sine V, and that equals T divided by sine T, right? So you have to evaluate T. So then T equals V times sine T divided by sine V, right? That is V equals, where is V? 12, and sine of angle T is sine of 16, and sine of V is, here is V, 66, right? So just do the calculations and see which is the correct option. So the correct option is, I'm just guessing the answer. I don't have calculator right now, right? So you can use your own calculator to do the calculations. That is, I think 2.4, maybe 3.6. I'm just guessing the answer. Okay, that is 3.6, right? Okay, for the next one, you have to find f, right? How do you find f? You are given angle E and side E and angle f. You need to calculate, right? So you can do f divided by sine f and e divided by sine e, right? So f divided by sine f is, you need to calculate f. Sine 80, e is 5 and sine e is sine 33. So f equals 5 times sine 80 divided by sine 33, right? You can do calculations on your calculator to see which is the correct option. I think that is 9. The correct option is 9. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, let's just start with the next one, that is law of cosine. Okay, law of cosine, that is a square equal b square plus c square minus 2bc and sine of angle, sorry, cos of angle a, right? When you can use this one? When you are given two of the sides and one of the angle. There's two examples, then it will be more clear, right? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, just look at this example. You are given a triangle, right? You need to find E. Let's see which values you are given. You are given two of the side lengths, right? And one of the angle. So that means you can use law of cosine when you are given two of the side lengths and an angle between them. You can see 14, 11 and 13 is the angle between them, right? You need to find sine E. So you must have angle E and your angle E is given. The other two sides are given and angle E is given. Got it? So E square equal F square plus G square minus 2FG and E. Just replace all the variables values and do the calculations, right? Okay, let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, you are given the triangle, you need to find the side P, right? And you are given two of the sides and an angle between them, right? Okay, you need to find the P, right? Okay, So that means p square equals q square plus r square minus 2qr and cos of angle p, right? So q equals 6 square plus 9 square minus 2, 9 times 6, and cos of angle p is 137, right? Just do the calculations. 36 plus 81 minus, just do the calculations and see which is the correct option. Yes, the correct option is 22, right? The correct option is 22. Oh, that is 14. Okay, that is 14, right? Let's just move on to the next example. Find f. You need to calculate the value of f. You are given two of the sides and angle between them. You are given angle f also, right? Okay, so let's just see the angle. Cosine, law of cosine is f equals, because you need to evaluate f, right? F equals g square plus h square minus 2gh and minus cos of and multiply cos angle f. So g is 14, h is 10 square minus 2, g is 10, 14, and cos of angle 38. Just do the calculations and see which is the correct option. Okay, let me just do the calculations. 14 square is 196 plus 100 is 14 times 10 times 2 is 280, and cos 38 cos 38 is 0.955, right? Just multiply it with 280. So 280 times 0.955, that is 267. 0.4, just subtract. So 296 minus 267.4. 28.6 it is. Still I didn't. Cos 38, that is 0.955 times 280. 0.955 times 280, that is 267, right? So 14 square, 196, and plus 100 is 296, right? 296 minus 267.4. I don't know what's wrong with my calculations, why I always have the wrong answers with this one. Let me just see here. Oi, I forgot this is a square also, f square. So I have to square root, right? I removed the answer. Basically, I forgot you have to take square root at the end. That's why I'm not getting the exact answers, right? That is 28.6. So just square root 28.6. Yes, that is 4.2 is the correct option, right? Still it is wrong. Use the calculator. 8.7 it is, right? But why I have a value of different cos 38? Hold on, let me just check the value. Cos 38, I have 0.955, but here it is. Okay. Cos 38. Cos 38. 0.788. Yes, it is. Oh, that was in degrees. I need to use the radians. Right now I can have. For the next one, probably I have the exact answer. Let me just calculate the next one, right? Basically, the thing is use how to use the formula. You know how to use. Just put the values, do the calculations on your own, right? Okay, now you are given again two of the sides and an angle between them. You need to calculate the g. I forgot this. G square equals e square plus f square minus 2 ef times cos g. Just put the values. E is 13 square, f is 14 square minus 2 times 13 times 14 and cos of angle 67. Okay. So 13 square is 169, 14 square is 196 minus cos 67 is 0.3907 and 2 times 13 times 14 is 364. So 364 times 0.3907 equals 142.21. So 169 plus 196 is equal to 365. So just subtract and then you have to square root the value. So 365 minus 142.2, that is 222.5, right? Just square root the value, that is square root 222.5, that is 14.9. Hopefully now I will get the correct. Yes, that is 14.9. See, finally I have the correct option. The square root is 14.9, right? Finally I got the correct answer, that is 14.9. Got it? Okay, let's just complete the lesson by yourself on your own. Let's just move on to the last lesson, that is solve the triangle. Basically, you have to see, you are given the you need to see which law you need to use to solve the triangle, right? The next one is solve a triangle. Which law you must use first, right? That means you can use here more than one law. Okay, you find need to find the okay, you have to solve the triangle. You need to find all the missing sides. So first of all, you are given two of the sides and an angle between them. So whenever you are given the sides and an angle between them, you must use law of cosine. Let's just use law of cosine and find the value of r. Then we'll find the other angles, right? Okay, that is r square equals s square plus minus 2st and cos of angle r. S is 13 square plus 11 square plus 2 times 11 times 13, and cos of angle R is 45 degrees, right? So let's just evaluate. 13 square is 169, 11 is 121. Okay, then 2 times 13 times 11 equal to 86, and cos 45 equal 0.707, right? So 0.707 times 286, 02.2. No, you have to subtract them. Here you must have a subtraction sign, not addition. You have a subtraction sign over here. Okay. So 169 plus 121, that is 290, and 290 minus 202.2 is 87.8, that is r square. Just square root the value, so r is square root 87.8. That means r is 9.3. Now you have the r. You need to find the two angles T and S. You can find one of the angle using sine law, right? R is 9.3. So use sine law, because now you have three of the angles. You have all the sides. You can use S over sine S and r divided by sine r, right? You need to find the angle S. So sine S equals sine r times S over r, right? So sine r, sine 45 times S is 13 divided by r is 9.3. Just evaluate the value, right? Okay, so sine 45 is 0.707, and 0.707 times 13 is 9.1, and 9.1 divided by 9.3 is 0.978. You have to calculate the sine inverse, right? That is sine s divided equals 0.978. So just sine inverse, right? Sine inverse equals 0.978, that is 77.9. You can say 78 it is. So this angle equals 78, right? So one of the angle is 45, one of them is 78. Just subtract it from 180. 180 minus 123. So that equals 137. 45 plus 78 is 123, and 180 minus 123 equals 57. So third angle is 57. This is 57, 78, and 9.3, right? Let's just confirm these values because that is the question on the tutorial. Okay, you just have to answer which one you need to use. You don't need to solve, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, in solving the triangle, which law you must use first? Okay, which one we can use first? Law of sine, law of cosine. We are given all three sides. No angle we are given. Which side, which angle, which law we can use? In case when you are given all of the three sides, you must use law of cosine because in law of sine you have two of the angles involved. You can see this is the law of cosine. Law of sine is a over sine a, b over sine b, and c over sine c. But the law of cosine is a square equals b square plus c square minus 2bc and sine of angle. Cos of angle, sorry, not sine. Cos of angle A. You're given one, two, three sides. You can put these sides also here. So you can calculate cos of angle A, right? But here if you can use these two only, you only have AB. You don't have the angle A and angle B, right? So that means we must do law of cosine first, right? The correct option is law of. In solving the triangle, which law you must use? You are given two of the sides and an angle between them, which is the correct option. You are given two of the sides and an angle between them, so that you can use the law of cosine first, right? When you are given only one angle and two sides, the law of cosine you can use. You must use, not you can. In solving this triangle, which law must you use first? You are given two of the angles and one of the side. You must use law of sine, right? You must use law of sine. In solving triangle, which law must you use first? You are given one of the side and two of the angles. Which one you can use? You can use law of sine in the case, right? When you are given two of the angles and one of the side, you can use law of sine. The correct option is law of sine, right? Okay, in solving this triangle, which law must you use first? Which is the correct option? You are given all three sides, right? So in this case, you can use law of cosine first, right? The correct option is law of cosine. Yes, again you can use the law of law of cosine because you are given all three sides. In solving this triangle, which law must you use first? Which is the correct option? You can use law of sine because you're given two of the angles and one of the side. So in this situation, you can use law of sine, right? In solving this triangle, which law you must use first? Which is the correct option? Yes, you can use the law of cosine in the case, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 10 math. The chapter we're working on is trigonometry, and the lessons we have covered today are law of sine, law of cosine, and solve a triangle. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework next until next session, right? If you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9. Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.